Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody having a good day. I'm having a good day so far. Hope everybody survived, the 4th of July weekend. I think for a lot of people, the weekend started last Thursday afternoon. I know the maintenance guys that work here. I talked to one of them Thursday. So I just went out to put my rent in the rent box. Not realizing what time it was. Um, then, we talked for a little bit, and I said, "Well, I'm gonna, because I went to hand it to him. Said, "Yeah, just put it in the box over there, and it'll." I said, "Yeah." The other guy, he'll get it tomorrow. He said, "Nope, we're not working tomorrow." He said, um, "We're off tomorrow." So anybody that put their rent, he said there are a lot in there. So I don't know when everybody else put theirs in there. So everybody's rent was late. He got picked up. As far as I know, it got picked up yesterday by the one maintenance guy that works at French Roy, because the other one that usually works at Mitchell, he went on vacation Saturday morning to Alabama, so that's where he's at. And I don't know. And the other guy that works with him, I've not seen him. So, but the best part is I didn't, or as far as I know, nobody else did either. I ain't talked to anybody this morning. I've been up an hour and 28 minutes and I haven't spoke to anyone. So I didn't get no phone calls yesterday morning or this morning, about the rent being late. I guess they took in consideration that nobody worked Friday, and because nobody knew that. I didn't know until, like I said, I didn't know until 4 o'clock Thursday that the maintenance guys wasn't working Friday, and the office up in Mitchell was going to be closed that day as well. So nobody knew. I'm not sure why. I didn't bring it up because I had to, and so just about almost every government building was closed Friday except for the bank and where I pay my State Farm, where I pay my vehicle insurance. The town hall was closed, so I had to run out Thursday afternoon and get my light bill paid because it would have been late. And I asked her, I said, "Are you guys going to be open tomorrow?" Which would have been Friday the 3rd. She said, "Nope, we're closed. When we clock out in 15 minutes, we're closed till Monday." I said, "Well, I guess it's a good thing. You know, I got up here and got this paid," and didn't say nothing. She just took it, and I thanked her, told her have a good weekend. Jumped across the street to my State Farm agent paid because I wasn't sure if they would be closed tomorrow or Friday either. And I asked that girl after she got done her phone call. I said, "Are you guys open tomorrow?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, here's my payment a day early," and same thing. She said, "Thank you." I said, "You're welcome. Have a happy 4th," and out the door, come home. So I got lucky. Got up Friday morning. I was thinking, um, is American Rental going to be open today? So I had to make a payment on my kitchen table. So after I got up, got dressed, got a little more awake. I didn't make coffee Friday. So, throw my flip-flops on, jumped in the vehicle, went up there. I was um, holding out hope. Well, I was lucky. They were open. So, I made my payment on my table and got back home and made the payment um, for my Jeep. Because I try to get everything done, you know, early. Another way, you know. Then once the bills at towards the end of the month come due, like my internet, my phone, and my dish, you know, they're the last three that I pay, but they're not due until way towards the end of the month. So that's all done. The only thing, well, I can't say all of them, because my internet bills actually I've got until the 30th to pay it. Um, and but everything gets paid, everything's taken care of. Thursday night I did go grocery shopping Thursday night. After I got a shower and ate dinner, I did go grocery shopping. I was down to the last roll of toilet paper. So I had to go get toilet paper and a few other odds and ends. I ended up, what did I end up doing? Oh, I was stocking up on my coffee pods and my creamer and all of that. I got hot dogs up there that I need to sit down and thaw out. I've got a package, it's got like 4 or 5 in there that I need to thaw out. I got hot dog buns, and I got a bag of hamburger, that I just take out and throw in the skillet. I got King's Hawaiian hamburger buns, but I don't know when I'll use them. I don't know. I don't know when I want a hamburger again. I did go to Walmart last night because I've decided that I've not done Taco Tuesday in a while, so I went to Walmart last night when it was cooler and got stuff, so I can do Taco Tuesday tonight. I don't know if I want them. I don't know if I want tacos for lunch or save them for tonight. I guess it doesn't matter as long as I have tacos, correct? So if I have tacos for lunch, that means I'll just have a light supper tonight. Then that's perfect. Or I'll just have a light lunch. I got some. I think I got some blueberry muffins that I can eat for lunch. I think I'll have blueberry muffins and a bottle of water for lunch. Then probably some my pretzel-filled nuggets for an afternoon snack around 3 o'clock. Then that should hold me until supper at 6 o'clock or whenever I decide to get the hamburger. But I got everything that I wanted. Of course, a lot of people know that I use Fritos corn chips for my base. I got a sauce. It's Taco Bell. I got refried beans, and I got this sauce pack, and I got a little thing of hamburger in the refrigerator, so I'll fry that up. and get the refried. A lot of people don't like refried bean. The one thing I did that I wanted that I forgot: onions. I'm not gonna make a trip to Walmart just for onions. That's all I need. I got my cheese. It's a taco blend. So yeah, I'm not making a special trip all the way to Walmart just to get onions. I bet the corn. Anyway, so yesterday I was sitting watching TikTok videos on TikTok. I want to give a shout out to my friend Ashley for getting me interested in doing TikTok because I've never done it before, and I think before I started doing TikTok, she sent me something that I had that was on that she does TikTok, and she sent me a video or something that I had to download it. So I downloaded it. I watched the video she sent me. It was a good one. So yeah, I mean I'd never done I'd never done TikTok before. Didn't even know what it was, but now I've got it downloaded on my phone. Because like I said, she sent me a video. So I was sitting there last night watching a TikTok video, and this guy comes on there and said, talking about Gen X and all this, because I'm part of it, because I was born I think they're anybody born between 1965 and 1980s or something, is part of Gen X. Well, I was born in '69, so I was part of it. So this guy wanted to know, did our parents, really, throw us out of the house and, tell us not to come back on until the street lights come on. If we really drunk out of water hose, and if a sink was an option and all that. So here it goes. Yes, our parents, when we got up, had breakfast, get out of the house, and don't come back, until street light come on. That's just, just the way it was back in, my time, when I was younger. We done things when I was young that today's kids would have no concept of what we done. I've been shot with a BB gun. I've been chased by a dog. I was gored by a bull. I flipped my a 10-speed that was gifted to me by a friend of mine because he'd bought a brand new one. So I'll tell you how that happened. So we were racing, and I was on my new 10. Well, it wasn't brand new. It's a hand-me-down 10-speed. Anyway, we were up on a big hill. It's blacktop. It wasn't grass or dirt or anything. So took off, come around the corner, got down the hill, and I was going a little faster than what I thought. Well, the left side is the back brake. The right side was the front brake. Well, in my confusion and my, I don't know, forgetfulness, I hit the front brake. Well, that was feet overhead. I mean, I flipped, skinned both my arms, my legs, had gravel in my knees, got up, couldn't put my arms down. I was, walking like I was stiff, and walked to my friend's house, and his mom and sister, because we just ate lunch. We just had spaghetti for lunch. So we were out, being kids. So I walked into their house, and they see me and went to the bathroom to help me clean up. Well, I wasn't in there 5 minutes. Well, my spaghetti came back for a visit. So they run out of the bathroom so I could, upchuck, and they come back in there, finish up and clean up. So I went out the back door, and sit. Well, first I got a drink of water. I found the garden hose, turned it on, got a drink. So yes, we did drink out of garden hose when, back when I was younger and things. Sinks weren't an option, but we weren't allowed, in the houses. We just stayed out. We were like a bunch of little feral raccoons and things like that. So I sit under the carport, just taking it all in, making sure, took my shoes and socks off, got the blood and stuff off my legs, and put everything back on, and went back. Found my 10-speed. Well, it wasn't worth riding no more, because the front rim was all bent and everything. The kickstand was broke. The handlebars were crooked. So, yep. So there's like a jump pile up on the hill behind neighbor's barn. So got my bike, got the tent, went up on the hill, throwed it in the junk pile, and that was that. So I went back. So that was the one summer that I went the entire summer with no bicycle. It was my own doings. So yep, I went that whole summer with no bicycle. I did, it was mine, but we were kids. We shared things. So we got the bright idea, to get make a ramp. So we had, put a ramp in neighbor's bottom field, like there's a little bank, go back so far and get a run, go down over that bank and try to hit, that ramp good, and just see how high you can jump. Yep, done that. Went back by the neighbor, went all the way back as far as I could, got a good run, went down over that bank. Yep, let's just say I didn't do that for a while, because when I come off the seat, the bar went across that hooked the handlebars to the seat. Yep, I fell right on it. So I laid the bike down. I walked away for a little bit, because, well, you get the gist of it. Everybody was laughing. I thought, yeah, you try that and see what happens. Well, they did. One went. So, needless to say, I wasn't the only one totaled my bike that summer. My friend done it too. Totaled his bicycle. Way worse than what I did. The whole back end just went, chain and all. And I was sitting away from down under what we called the big tree, and I was sitting there, and I started laughing. I thought, yep, it's what happens, you make fun of one and you do it, and the old saying is, what comes around goes around, So then when we got done, when we got done playing, riding bicycles, we laid them down, walked down the road to a creek, and but it was hot. It was summer. Of course, back then, we didn't pay, young, and didn't pay too much about it. Went down there, went wading, drinking, got thirsty, drink, because we wasn't going, we weren't going back to anybody's house, so we would lay down on the rocks on our stomachs and drink, drink the creek water and all of that. And, yeah, we just went exploring, we had fun doing it. Then when it started getting darker, we always went, I guess we always end up at my house, because we had a light pole, and our yard had a light on it. So we'd go there, sit, think of things we could do. Well, we had mason jars, had lids on them. Lightning bugs were out, so we thought, get these mason jars, put hose in the lids. We always take a screwdriver and put hose in them. So we were out there, with our jars, catching lightning bugs. I guess people today call them fireflies. Anyway, we were catching them, see how many we could catch, and put the lid on them, and just watching them light up. So after, a couple, 2-3 minutes, we got bored of that. So opened the lids and let them go. We just turned over in the grass and, let the lightning bugs go. So we decided we were going to play hide and go seek. So we use the light pole in our front yard as home base. So one would hide their eyes on a telephone pole or on a tree or wherever, and everybody else would go hide. So I got, that was fun. We thought, well, hide and go seek is fun, but let's up it up, make it freeze tag. So we split up into, 2 teams, and, two would hide their eyes, or the other 4 would go hide. There were several of us. I don't know, there were a bunch. So we would all go hide. So the whole way, if you got tagged and you got froze, wherever you got tagged, that's where you froze. Only your teammate could come and tag you and unfreeze you. Like I said, the light pole was home base, so we done that. So yeah, that was fun. Then we done, we didn't. There was never no winners, no losers. It's just fun. It's just us being kids. Then we got to playing. One of the neighbors come up with the idea, well, let's do flashlight tag. So everybody had to go find a flashlight. So every time we shined a flashlight on somebody, well, it's like freeze tag, but only we're using, flashlights to, freeze everybody. So we done that. I don't even know what time it was. Didn't even have watch or anything. But yep, we when I was a kid, I mean, we invented we come up with a lot of concepts. So if anybody out there, thinking is Gen Z lost, well, nope. Because I'm part of Gen Z. I'm right here. I'm not lost. Um, or anything. We don't need you to come and find us. We're just sitting over here relaxing and chilling. We don't need to be found because we're not lost. Trying to think of some other things we used to do. Um, I knew, or well, we all knew, when we were in trouble. When the whole, when your whole name come out, you knew you were in trouble. So whoever got their whole name, they had to go in and deal with the parent that hollered at them. So we were, I don't know, I might have been maybe 8. We were at a neighbor's house for a birthday party. The people that we were growing up around, their daughter was, they had 2 of them. One of them was, turning, I think, 6 or something. Anyway, we're at this birthday party, and the little girl's mom asked her to do something. Not thinking anything about it. Well, this little girl gets up, looks her mom dead in the eyes, and I'm not going to repeat what she said, but the language that came out of that little 5-year-old's mouth would make a sailor blush. She got right next to me, and no longer did she step. Her mother shot up out of that chair. I thought she was going to snatch that child bald headed. Now, let me tell you. She grabbed her and looked at her dead in her eyes and said, do you want to repeat what you said? And lo and behold, she repeated it. Next thing you know, had her by the arm, dragging her down the hallway and into the bedroom, and you heard that. And so she come out, the mom came out of the bedroom, the kid was in there on the bed crying. She takes 2 steps into the hallway, turns around, opens her bedroom door, and without missing a beat, she said, if you don't stop that crying, I'm going to give you something to cry about. So me and my friend, we were sitting there, we were looking right at each other, downed our cake, scarfed our cake down, drank the watered down Kool-Aid, throwed our, paper cups and things in the trash, and we were gone. We were out that front door, down the steps, on our bikes, and because where we were at, they had a long driveway. We didn't stop pedaling until we got to the end of their driveway and back on the road, and yeah, so went to the other friend's house, and his mom came out. She was home for lunch, and she came out and said, saying, hey, we just got this phone call, blah, 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 and what's her name's not going to be, not going to be out for, like 3 days because she was grounded. And we were like, yeah, we know. So she goes, oh, so, what happened? And my buddy, he spoke up and said, well, and so everything he said is what, his mom was told on the phone. Like, so how, she goes, well, how was she looked right at me and said, how was the party? I said, oh, we don't know. We didn't stick around. We just, after that little incident, we ate our cake, drank our water down, Kool-Aid, and we were gone. We didn't stick around. So, needless to say, we didn't see her for 3 days. Like I said, she got grounded. But, yep. Yeah, back when I was a little, that's one thing you never did. We never sassed our parents, because when you did, you got um, knocked the Kingdom Come. And to this day, I still have no idea where Kingdom Come is. Um, you know, yeah. All you heard was somebody got in trouble. The one mom goes, "Lord, give me strength to knock this child to kingdom come." And so, yeah, I mean, I don't see, kids out today riding their bicycles like I did, when I was growing up. Um, I guess today's kids are more wrapped up, and sitting in the house playing video games and um, things of that nature. I think I might have been. I think the first gaming thing that I had, me and my brother had, he was younger. I think we might have been, I don't know, 13, 14 when we got. I don't know if any of y'all remember the old Ataris that come out in the 70s and 80s. Had the console and came out with the little cartridges. You had to stick in there, had one joystick. That's that's the first time I ever had anything gaming. Um, did we sit inside all day and play that? No. We had more things. We had more things to do. Um, we had woods. We had woods behind our house to explore. We were my generation. We were more the explorers and things like that. We got out, and explored things and tasted things, drank things. Most of our water, came out of a creek or water hose or um, something like that. Um, trying to, but yeah, I mean, I could go on and on and on, about um, what my generation did and um, what it's like, growing up. Um, but today's kids, they'll never they'll never fully understand, what it was like growing up in the 70s and 80s and things like that. It was fun. Um, I wouldn't change it for the world. Um, it's one of them things that we lived, we learned, and we're moving on. You know, um, it just um, it just amazes me, that today's youth would rather sit inside on their laptop or gaming devices and things like that instead of um, making new, doing things that their parents did, when they were that age, and but they're not, unfortunately. Alrighty, I've rambled on long enough. I need to finish this cup of coffee. Wow, it's noon. So, um, think I think that's it today. I'm gonna find something for lunch here. Get this video uploaded and things like that. Um, so yeah, I mean, I had an awesome childhood. Um, wouldn't change it. Wouldn't change it for a minute. I think I said that. Alrighty. Um, I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to call this video good for the day. So y'all enjoy your Tuesday. Enjoy the week. I see it's clouding up. Hopefully it's going to rain. Um, I don't know if it will or not. Been doing this all week. Alrighty. We will talk to you all again next week for another vlog. Until then, bye for now.